In this video, we are going to factor quadratic equation where a is equal to 1. The first step in doing so is to identify the a, b, and c. But before that, make sure that the quadratic equation is in standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Means to say, all terms are on the left side. Now, let us now identify our a, our b, and our c. Our a in this equation is 6, our b is 7, and our c is equals to 2. Next step, we multiply a times c, which in this case, it is 6 times 2, which is equals to 12. After you multiply the values of a and c, when you get the product, think of a number, two numbers, which are factors of 12, wherein if you add them, you'll get the number 7, or the b. Okay? So, think of factors of 12, wherein if you multiply them, you'll get 12, and then if you add them, you'll get the value of b, which is equals to 7. So, for 12, yes, we have 6 times 2. That is 12. But 6 plus 2 is not equal to 7. Another factor of 12 is 4 times 3. Correct? 4 times 3 is equals to 12. And then if you add 4 plus 3, that is equals to 7. So we are going to use these two numbers, 4 and 3. So this 4 and 3, we are going to change 7x into 4x plus 3x. So babalik tayo sa dati nating equation. So 6x squared. So instead of writing 7x, we are going to use 4x plus 3x. And then plus 2 equals to 0. Actually, this is the same numbers. Kasi 4x plus 3x is the same equation, I mean. Kasi 4x plus 3x is still equals to 7x. Next is we group them. Okay? So, how do we group them? We divide them into 2. Can I change this? Wait. This would be better. Pagsamahin ko si, wait lang sorry. 3x plus 4x. Ayan. Okay? So, I will cut this into half. Is that the right term? Okay. Ayan. Okay. I will divide them into 2 parts. So, let us partner 6x squared plus 3x. So, when you do that, you get the common factor of 6x and 3x, and that is 3x. Okay? And then, what's left? This is x. Diba? 3 and 2. Yan. 3 times 2. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. And then, plus 1. Okay? And then, dito, sa susunod, the common factor is 2. So, this is 2x plus 1 equals to 0. Notice that the terms inside the parentheses are the same. So, ibig sabihin, that is the first factor with 2x plus 1. And then the other factor will be the terms that are outside the parentheses, which is 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So, therefore, the factor of 6x squared plus 7x plus 2 equals to 0 is 2x, quantity 2x plus 1 times quantity 3x plus 2. Here's another example. Let us factor 8x squared plus 10x minus 3 equals to 0. So since the quadratic equation is already in standard form, we can now get the values of A, B, and C. Our A is 8, our B is 10, and our C is equals to negative 3. Next step, we multiply A times C. So for this problem, our A is 8 and our C is negative 3. And the answer is 8 times negative 3 is negative 24. Now, we are going to think of two numbers wherein if I add them, two numbers that are factors of negative 24, and then these two numbers should also be the sum of the value of B. So sa negative 24, although 8 times negative 3 is negative 24, pero if we add 8 plus negative 3, the answer is not 10. Kailangan yung value ng B or dapat 10 ang magiging sum ng two numbers. So let us try. How about 12? 12 times 2. 12 times 2 is positive 24. So, gawin nating negative yung isa. If we do negative 12 times 2, that is negative 24. Ang sagot ba pag negative 12 plus 2 is equals to 10? No, negative 10. So, ibig sabihin, let us try, how about 12 times negative 2 is also negative 24. 12 plus negative 2 is equals to 10. So, therefore, we are going to use these two numbers, 12 and negative 2. Okay, so we are going to use the two numbers 12 and negative 2 by rewriting the quadratic equation 8x squared. But this time, instead of writing 10x, we are going to use the two numbers, which is positive 12x minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. See, we use the numbers 12 and negative 2. And then after that, we group them into 2. So on this side, on the left side, we have 8x squared plus 12x. And on the right side, we have negative 2x and negative 3. Now, let us factor first the ones on the left side, which is 8x squared plus 12x. The common factor of this is 4x, common monomial. Okay, so 4x, this becomes 2x. 4x times 2x is 8x squared, correct? And then plus 3. So 4x times 3 is 12x. Okay, and then let us factor the terms on the right side. Common factor is negative. Wala tayong common factor sa kanila. So let us use negative 1. Yung negative lang common factor nila. And then 2x. So para maging negative 2, kailangan this becomes positive 3 equals to 0. Tama ba? Negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x, and negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Okay, so notice on this part of the solution, the terms inside the parentheses, the two parentheses are the same. So meaning to say, this is one of the factors. So 2x plus 3. And then, the other factor is the ones that are outside the parentheses, which is 4x minus 1 equal to 0. So the factor of 8x squared plus 10x minus 3 equals to 0 is quantity 2x plus 3 times quantity 4x minus 1 equals to 0. So there you have it. I hope you learn a thing or two about factoring quadratic equation wherein a is not equal to 1. Thank you for listening.